We're doing a vlog today. We're doing a vlog today.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Team Kraken's a great thing.
Dude, what's your if you want to grow up? All right. So I start my day actually every day with an ice bath. It has a myriad of things that is very good for you. A myriad of benefits, I should say. But most of all, I like the way it makes me feel in the morning. It's essentially a coffee before your coffee. And obviously very good for my body and my mental health. Today's going to be a vlog on just a Saturday morning prior to a soft sparring session. So we started off the day with ice bath, then went into BFT. Today was a shred session, so it's a combination of weights and cardio activity. And I think they went about for 50 minutes. I took it quite chill because I was sparring. So just finished BFT. Got some brewskis, and yeah, then get ready for sparring. So I went quite easy at BFT because I have sparring, but as I've come back from overseas out of routine, I just need to sweat out the jet lag and lose some love handles. But yeah, let's do today's vlog, see how successful it's going to be. So moving into Team Kraken's gym down in Clayton, South Melbourne, Victoria. Everyone's welcome to come down, no matter what you look like, black, white, tall, short, skinny. Please come on down. We're going to talk to Jake at the moment about what is the best way or the good steps to start your own gym. This is Jake.
Hello.
He's the captain of Team Kraken and essentially the owner of the gym.
I'm essentially about to train, yes. Hello. Look.
So, just give us one. Good day. Is that a band-aid?
My shoelace.
Give someone if they want to start their own club, what's the first thing you tell them to do?
Well, stroke other men. Right, just if you're going to start your own club, just find a space. Find a space and be consistent. There's nothing worse than not being consistent. Like, if you feel like shit, apart from being sick, share sickness. But if you feel like shit, you don't feel like training, still go there. You don't have to train, but the other people do. And then so eventually over time everyone will be bringing it into their schedules and you'll have a massive pickup in attendance just by being consistent.
See on the list. As we are focusing on Buhurt for nationals in a week's time, majority of our training is wrestling on the list or wrestling like inside the list, but Buhurt focus training. So you're not really striking, not really going for combos or trying to get points. It's all about that is long grinds to get our fitness up and working for positions. So essentially we are going 100% effort. Obviously within reason, we're not going crazy punching everyone, but we are wrestling to get our opponent to the ground and our opponent is not letting it happen. So it is very high intense training. It is over a long period of time. So that's probably why you see us not striking as much. When we're focusing on pro fighting, there will be a lot more strikes, a lot more sword work, a lot more axe work, kicks, ground and pound and whatnot. But once again, yes, Buhurt is our main focus for today's training session. As you can see here, Bo, ridiculously good on the list, ridiculously strong. Able to twist my body around him, throw me down. Let's just get that from a different angle. Same thing, let's throw, boom. So I'll talk through some of the training we're doing here. As you can see, me and Julian on the left. Julian is a predominantly rail fighter, so he sticks to the rail a lot. So you'll see him doing a lot of footwork, a lot of grabbing my head and trying to pull me down. But as he's forcing me into the list, see how his head's always quite low, pushing my head up, being junior waving to the list. But yeah, you can see these techniques we do, and he's always trying to push my center of gravity up onto the list, to take the weight off my legs and easy to do a throw, a hump and bump, which essentially is looking a leg in behind my legs and throwing me to the ground. So there is technique going on here. We're just fighting for position. It looks like a lot of just waiting around and trying to get position, and that's pretty much what it is on the list, trying to fight your opponent until they make a mistake in their technique or footwork. But yes, list fighting is very hard. I probably say I'm the worst list fighter in the list, and if not one of the worst list fighters in the sport. I fight majoritively in the center of the list, and I usually just swing my axe when people aren't looking because I'm a coward. But that's what it looks like here. Look at this. Julian actually got there. I was cheeky and took him down. So suicidal, which wasn't a good thing for training. But yes, that's why it looks like we're all hugging all the time. It's just us trying to gain position, trying to get throws we've been practicing in training. But yeah, to do that, you need your opponent to put up a good fight, so you can really know that you get the throw off in a fight situation. Because when you're doing drills are fine as your opponent is putting up no, resistance. Well, when sparring, you're putting up pretty much 100% resistance. So when you get a throw off, you know that it's worked, techniques work, and you feel confident in your abilities when getting inside the list. So we're doing sparring today. It's 20 rounds of 3 minutes on, 30 seconds off. So 20 rounds, 3 minutes on, 30 seconds off, partners change. And we're coming down, so the intensity is quite low because we've got nationals next weekend. So let's chill now. So let's get back into it. All right, so here we go. Me versus Jake in the center. Doing a few cheeky strikes on my axe, because even in Buhurt, you still want to cause pain to your opponent. So giving them a good axe strike to the inside bicep or the leg is going to make them try and rush you, which I always say is the best way of getting a throw off, is when they're thinking about not getting hurt and not thinking about not getting thrown. So I might leave you to watch the rest of this round with me versus Jake, and have a look around the field, the other people fighting as well. You can see in the rear, Julian and Bo are doing their list tactics. Both of them are putting in a big effort. So yeah, have a look around, see if you can pick up any techniques, and if you have any questions about any throws you should be training or should be doing at your gym or in your spare time, please throw it down in the comments below. While we were just watching people wrestle, go through some common misconceptions of fighting in this sport. If you are a small boy or a small gal, this does not mean that you cannot participate in the sport. Being short or small in the Buhurts, even versus large men or large women, you have your job. If you're small and fast, you run around with a weapon and you harass the opposition. If they're not looking at you and your opponent, and even if you're fighting someone, you can run away, hit someone with a sword, and then face back to your opponent, and you're still doing your job. You may not be throwing hundreds of people, but you're still making space, making opportunities for other people to take down, and also causing pain and disruption, which is still a really good job for a smaller person or even a larger person who doesn't like to throw. If you can run around and cause some pain and turn heads, that's still doing a job. So you don't need to be a large human to be good at this sport. Being large does help, I'm not gonna lie to you. I have to wrestle large 100 kilo plus lads every day, and it is exhausting for me because I am pushing around nearly, 30% more, 20% more weight than they have to push around, as that's just their body composition, and that's just how it is. You're born the way you are, and the way to get around that is to train harder and train smarter. So yes, when I verse the bigger boys, I try and fight quite passively, quite a counter fighter, so waiting for them to slip up or wait for them to make a mistake, or I can feel their body shift where I can quickly get a throw in, or anger them so much that they try and push me and I can get an attack off. So yeah, let's just watch a little bit more until I have something else to blab about. There you go, there's me with my ego just clipping in a bit of me throwing something. But this gentleman I'm fighting on here, Drew, he is actually a very new fighter, and he's about to fight for his fight in his first armor tournament, which is nationals, which is amazing. So if you're new to this sport, you have armor, you can get armor, get into the fights as quick as you can, because the only way to get better at fighting is to fight. That I can't stress that enough. Don't be afraid to lose. Don't be afraid to jump into armor. Obviously, make sure your armor is safe and that you've got the correct training under your belt. But yes, jump into armor as quick and safely as you can and start this amazing sport. And that is the end of my video today. Quite short and sweet, I hope. I plan to bring out a video every single week, hopefully changing up from tournaments to technique videos. But if you have any suggestions of what I should be bringing out, please put it in the comments below. But as always, please like and subscribe, share if you can to my videos, and make sure that you are safe out there. And if you can't stay safe, stay deadly. Thank you so much, team.